RC family. Oh man, God done blessed us with a podcast, y'all. Hey, welcome to the RC Lounge podcast with your host, EKJ 24000. Hey, this is where RC family we can come and just relax after a long day's work and just talk about RC racing, RC bashing, fifth scale, anything going on in the industry. This is where we can go and just relax and just chill, man, and just have a good conversation about RC. Hey, get ready for that episode. Let's go. And remember to check out my YouTube channel, EKJ24000 on YouTube. Remember to like, subscribe, check me out. EKJ24000 on YouTube. Like and subscribe. All right, y'all. Let's get it. We done made it to hump day. So yeah, we just gonna end off hump day with a good little interview with my partner, Chris Nelson, TNR Fuels. But yeah, y'all, let me go and bring Chris on in here. Like I said, we just gonna have a nice little conversation and talk. And y'all get y'all questions together. Get your questions ready if you want some, ask Chris some questions and stuff like that. Go on, get them together. We're gonna take some questions. So yeah, like I said, I appreciate y'all for jumping in to the RC Lounge podcast with your boy EKJ24000. And hey, let me bring my right hand man on up in here. And hey, y'all welcome my man Chris.
Hey.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yes, sir. Yeah. Hey, man.
Can't beat that intro.
Hey, man. Appreciate you stopping by, man, for a little bit, man. Like I said, I've been talking about you over my last podcast and stuff, man. And I just wanted to bring you in and just let you just talk to the people, man, about, what you got going on and who you are. Just reintroduce yourself for my people right quick, Chris.
How you guys doing? My name is Chris Nelson. I'm the owner operator of TNR Fuels. Longtime racer, short time owner in the RC industry, and just here for you guys. Also myself, I'm not gonna lie. I did start this company so I could race a little bit more. Backfired a little bit because the company took off a little bit more than we thought it would. So hey,
yeah,
we're still here. We're doing it. So
yeah, man. So
sure.
So Chris, yeah, man. So like I said, last time we talked, man, you was telling me about you was gonna do a little RC facility and stuff like that, man. And yeah, man. So how's that coming, or what's going on with that?
Well, that completely backfired on me. So it
be like that. Yeah, it's okay.
Man. We were trying our hardest, and financially it backfired a little bit, and things didn't go our way. We're still, believe it or not, it's still in the works, man. It's something that's still, we want to still try to get going. It's just on pause for a little bit right now. Got to get our financial situation going. So, but it's still something that we want to work on. It's still something we talk about and that we're trying to work out. So yeah, it's not a lost cause, that's for sure.
Okay. Yeah, man. Like I said, I know there was some kind of deal and close to your heart that you really wanted to get going. So yeah, everything in due time takes time, and don't give up on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We still got hundreds of thousands invested into it, so it's not a lost cause. It's still something we're working on. So
yeah. But yeah, man. So yeah, Chris, hey man, you know how we just keep it 100% real on here, man. And hey, what's up with HB, bro? What's what's the deal, man? Like I say, when I first got on the scene, HB, they looked out for me. Just say they're one of the first really chassis sponsors, bro, that I had, coming on to the scene, getting into RC. And I know back then, they did go through a little up and downs, just selling the business. And then I know like Ryan Hart from from Europe came and bought it back. You know what I'm saying? And so so what have you heard? What's going on with HB? What's have you heard so far?
Man, unfortunately, a lot of it was personal stuff, that
Yeah.
people want to broadcast live. I'm not a fan of that stuff. I don't know everything that's going on with all the team drivers and everything. Me personally, I'm still rocking hot bodies. I still love my cars. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just, that's just me personally.
Yeah.
But, there was other guys that just, they weren't seeing eye to eye with their companies and they part ways. And, the company is not, we saw rumors that the company was sold or this and that. It's like companies decide to go take their own business and take it a different way. And if drivers or drivers or team guys don't like it, they got the right to go their own way too. So that's happened, and it's they're making business decisions, and you can't help that, And again, when it comes to other drivers, I heard not getting reimbursed and stuff like that. That's their business, and you know what I mean. It shouldn't carry over to the Facebook side or the Twitter side or whatever. So I don't know.
Man.
HB is still strong out here, man. Don't get me wrong. A lot of guys left, but a lot of guys came on board.
Right.
It is what it is. It's RC, man. Chassis, they go up and down. I think Mugen right now is like, they got a lot of guys. Mugen and Techno, I want to say, are just like, they got a ton of drivers right now, but you just got to ride the wave.
Yeah. So it ain't gonna affect you. It's not gonna affect you and your program in a way. You go and stick with them or whatever.
Man, my bodies are on fire, bro. I feel when I get a chance to get to the track, it's it's like, I think JQ said, like, when you know your car and you feel it, that's when you know you could drive. And that's like, me and my HB are like one right now. So
I got you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man. Yeah, man. So so with that, man, with the silly season stuff, man, I know a lot of the guys, like you said, a lot of the guys kind of jump ship. And I know a lot. I haven't really seen, I guess the most hot thing out right now is that Sparko car. And I know a lot of the guys has ran it, what I'm saying? A lot of out there on the West Coast, like Ryan Pavitas and all them guys. Have you seen the car? How have you
I personally haven't
seen it? Yeah.
No, I personally haven't. I've just only pictures of what I see online. And in preparing for my race, I haven't been able to get to the track as much as I normally am. So but those guys are out there running them. There's a couple pros out in the West Coast that are rocking that car now. So hey, another chassis.
Yeah. So yeah, man. But yeah, like I said, that's the hot thing out. So I know a lot of people are gonna try to, how like I said, this silly season. So just like in that transfer portal, you know what I'm saying, with the college guys. So everybody's in the portal right now trying to get drafted back out. So everybody done jumped in. But yeah, man. So
what about you? Are you still keeping your HBs?
Well, I'm on the Miyako chassis.
Oh,
like I said, but when I started and got into it, what I'm saying, I'm still running the HB truck. I still have an HB truck that I run because Miyako haven't came out with a truck yet, but it is coming. But I'm still running the truck, and like I said, man. So I don't have no problem with it, but like I said, I know they going through some things right now, but yeah, like I said, I don't have no problems with the product. So have you gotten the new HB chassis or you still?
I've had it for a while, actually, the new one. And I use it to break in engines because I own two businesses and I just don't have time to be at the track and testing and tuning and getting the car to handle and do what it wants to do. So I was so used to my old car that when the new one came out, it was much different, and I just didn't have the time to set it up and get it going. Eventually I finally did, and the car, to me, it's great. So I run two classes, the old man class and the the expert class. So I'll use one for each. So so I got them both rocking now, so I'm happy.
Cool, bro.
Sure.
So what's up, man? I like to say, you still how you still liking these Reds engines, man? Are you still feeling it?
Man, I you know what? Once I got the hang of tuning them, and I'm talking from the older one to the newer version, I'm super happy. You know, Federica and them, they take care of me out there.
Right.
And man, bro, once you learn once you understand that, and that's with anything in RC. Once you've had it, you ran it, you learn it, you understand it, they'll run for you. You know.
Right.
So I'm loving them. No issues, no problems.
Yeah.
That's
So far, so just sticking with the Reds subject, man. So far, how have you found the best little setup, like plug, wise to help get your engine tuned in the way you like it? What kind of setup you do as far as your tuning?
Well, I'm an old school guy. Okay, I'm a little old school, so I still rock a three shoe clutch, three shoe aluminum clutch. I don't do the Reds 4-shoe, quite yet. And on the newer engines that I ordered, I might switch over to that. I'm not sure, but from the start of Reds to now, I rock the aluminum 3 shoes. I run a P3 plug. I don't really run the Reds ones. I run the OSP3 plug. And my tuning wise, man, I just got to have that ear for the tuning with the Reds. Once you, like I said, once you understand the tuning with those, and of course I run my fuel, but I mean I've ran Reds with VP, Flashpoint. I've pretty much ran them all, and it's just a tuning thing. It's not a fuel thing. It's not a glow plug thing. It's not a east west thing. It's literally how you tune, and you can get them to run. So.
Like I said, I totally get it. And like you said, it's more about the tuning. You just have to take your time. And I just really, I feel, over the years, I have really figured out with them that, some engines will take like we say an hour turn on high or low end. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes with these Reds, you might have to go like not quite an hour, make a quarter, you know what I'm saying, to an hour. And that makes it's really that sensitive. And also, man, they also have came out with a develop a new carb. They just can drop the new carb, and maybe I'm in the stage where now I'm trying to test our current carburetor. Saying with this new carb they just released or whatever. So you would still have on top of you getting your great tune, you still have, like I say, we still have an option to go to if you want to try this new carb and with your engine, see how that does also. But like I said, they just been. I've been happy with it so far. You know what I'm saying? With them so far myself also, bro. So,
and I look at the Fuller boys, they run, the Reds, and I really pay attention to what they're doing to their engines too, even though it doesn't affect they run at a different level, but I still like to hear their input and see what they're doing, and they're, they post their setup sheets on what they're doing with their engine wise. So we're not too far off base. So that's pretty cool. So
yeah, man. So yeah, bro. Just from that, man, I just wanted to talk about TNR. Since it's the silly season, I know a lot of guys have been asking me, bro, about how do you offer your, sponsorship packages and how can people get on the team and stuff like that. What's the best way to do that with TNR?
Well, I mean, we've been around since 2020 now, and we've learned every year. But again, I'm an old school guy. When I was racing in 04, 03, 04, to get sponsored, I mean, things have changed now because now there's social media and everything else. But you actually had to kind of be expert / pro level to be a sponsored guy, Yeah. And then we didn't seek them out. The actual manufacturers suck out. They went after the actual drivers themselves. So we try to do that, but things are different now. You know what I mean? Because we have people in remote areas that, parts where there's no hobby store, there's no this, and they cannot get fuel for anything. And they're like, hey, we're decent, we can run. So we pick up guys, in different situations. But the majority of the time, we try to get guys that are already running our fuel, that are comfortable with it, that understand how it runs, and you're beyond the sportsman level. You're intermediate, expert, pro, or 40 plus pro. We try to stick to that level, because it's hard to sponsor a sportsman when they don't understand tuning, they don't understand race ethics, at that level. So we try. I mean, you do have some sportsman drivers that are, they're not going to advance to expert, but they're at that level of know what they're doing. They're selling product. They're, so you have some exceptions there. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it for us.
So yeah. So if anybody was interested, what the best way to get in contact with you? If
Pretty much our website, email, Chris at tnrfields.com, or you can go to our website and leave a message there, or Facebook Messenger, pretty much any other way. So, but I'm pretty open, and I try to get back to people responsibly if I can. So
I got you. Yeah, bro. Like I said, it's a bunch of guys here in the Southeast, really interested. And I was telling them, I just, like I said, basically what you just said, just send them get to the website or email you or shoot you a message or something like that, and you'll get back in touch with them and just go from there. Yeah. So yeah, man. So yeah. Well, so you got your big race coming up, man.
We do, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. So okay. I know last year the race went kind of to the left, right?
Went way left. That's an understatement.
Yeah, man. So explain kind of what happened, last year, and we gonna get into, this coming up year, how you gonna change. Okay.
Well,
go ahead.
We never first off, we never in a million years thought our entry count would be way over 700. Never in a million years. We from first year to 200 or 300 to the next year to 400, and then it went from 400 to over 700. And we were just like, whoa, so
right.
I think all the racers for that, that's awesome, so but yeah, we weren't expecting that. And then of course our website went down. So what we learned too is the majority of racers like to sign up 2 or 3 days, 4 days right before the race. And the only way to sign up was with our website. So I was getting emails and messages left and right. Hey, we can't sign up, so on and so on. So I was like, hey, just show up to the race. We'll get you, And we were going to cap it at 500, which we thought we would get around 500 to 550.
Okay.
And when Daniel came down from the driver's stand, was like, hey, bro, we got to stop signups, man. We're at 700. And the line was way down there still for people trying to sign up. And we were just like,
what we're going to do. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So from that moment on, the race was going to go,
Yeah.
No, because we're limited with time. We're limited with drivers on the driver's stand. I mean, like I said, Thunder Alley is, if people ever get a chance to come to California, you got to come experience all SoCal tracks, hot rods to Thunder Alley to the dirt where we're going to have our race, Revelation. Mm-hmm. There's just so many tracks out here to kill it. And Thunder Alley happens to be one of my favorites because of the elevations, and the dirt is just flawless, so.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it's got a small driver's stand, and it's at a park where times, we have restrictions. So talking about our new race or the race coming up this year at the dirt is the hands down best place for an event / huge event. So, but anyway, yeah. So last year was, it was a mishap. It was, and again, my wife wasn't there. She's usually my right-hand man. So
yeah,
it's crazy when you don't realize how much work an individual does.
Right.
When I'm out doing my thing, she's out doing, I had 3 or 4 girls out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She does equivalent to those 3 or 4 girls. So it's just like, this year we're on the same page, we're on the same team. Thank you, Jesus. So it's like, I promise the racers, our event this year will be hands down our best event.
I got you. Yeah, man. So like I said, it's tough, trying to keep everything in order. Mm-hmm. And especially when you're trying to race yourself and run a race. Mm-hmm. And like I said, you still got to make sure your entries and all that stuff is in order, and people, getting what they signed up for. Mm-hmm. And so, okay, just from that experience, bro, you got your race coming up now, in a few days, within the next few weeks. Mm-hmm. So what have you really learned from that experience to this coming up, race?
Man, number one thing is always expect more people. Always expect more people. That I didn't, that I put on the back burner and never again. So always expect more people. And prepare for it. Prepare for it just in every way. With race directing, time wise, everything. So this in preparation for this race, we like I said, we're at the dirt this year, so we got a huge driver stand. We have no curfew, not that we need to go super late, but we have plenty of motorhome parking, plenty of room for pitting, plenty of room for vendor row, plenty of room for food vendors, and it's the Joey, what he's done at his facility is just, this is where a big race should be held, is at this location. So
okay.
Yeah,
man. So you're working with Joey with the dirt. So yeah, man. So that's gonna be good, man. Are you gonna do the neon lights this time on the track, or what you think?
Brother's too old for that, man. That was my bad. Me and the wife are old on that one. But no, but we're not going to do the neon race. I mean, the light race, but we're going to do a couple other things that's different than what we've done before. So, we're going to have a father-son race. This is something that I can't believe that hasn't happened yet, because the number of father dual racers out there is so sick. But then we like hidden people like Fee Long. I wonder if his dad was a racer.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Racer.
Because can you imagine those two?
Yeah.
And then look at Cody King and Paul King.
Paul. Mm-hmm.
Pavitas.
Right. Pavitas. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Jermaine Robinson and Mark Robinson. These. I mean, these combos are just like, man, this would be sick. So we're gonna have a father-son race, and it's gonna have a little twist on it. So it's gonna be super cool. So we're gonna include that, and then we also got a spouse race, husband, wife. I should say spouse. Yeah. So and that's gonna be something fun, so
fun.
From that. So we're just, our race is more of a family race, like I want to say it's at that level. It's not, I mean, yeah, we get the pros, they come out, but I guess our race isn't considered an important race to go to, as I was told today, for pros to travel to, even though they win a ton of money. This race, we're one of the few that gives back. But it's more of a family race, because we're giving out, we have a junior rookie class, and then we also have a rookie class, but to have a husband-wife race, have a father-son race, to do what we can do, and try to make it more family orientated, so
cool. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So you still gonna do the prizes and everything? Tell everybody what type of prizes you think about having this year coming up at TNR race?
Well, Techno hopped on board this year, so that's cool. We still gotta do some configuring with them, but instead of the HB kits this year, we're gonna do the Techno kits this year. And then we got Matt from Syndicate RC. He's gonna line us up with all his servos and everything. Thank you, Matt. Okay. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah. And then we got the Drakes on this year, so we got an Adam Drake and a Miss Drake engine coming, Okay. We got the OGO bags coming again. We got this year for the engines, we decided to do the Reds, and then we're doing a Lassie Tune, and it was going to be a toss up between Ultimate and Mayfield, but I think we were able to get all the Mayfields, so we're still working on that. So, but we're going to go there. So, and then again, we got tons of price. I mean, the list of sponsors of what we got coming, TZO on board,
cool.
Mm-hmm. Promotion, JT, pedals. Oh, that's the cool thing we're going to do this year is, and if any of you guys come from out of state and you guys want an electric bike, because we're giving away 2 electric bikes this year.
Electric bikes. Okay.
And I got to test ride one. My big butt was on that thing, and it was putting me back, So,
yeah. Okay. That's great. Yeah.
Any of those out of state people that want an electric bike, I will ship it out to you, to your home on the house. So in case anyone wins one. So
yeah, you can't beat that. Yeah,
right.
But, yeah. So what all classes you gonna have? What all classes that you gonna have at the race? And what all classes? And I want to know also, is it gonna be more of a qualifying format or heads up racing format?
Okay, so this year we added a few extra classes. So we got our standard pro, buggy truck, buggy 40 plus. I don't call it intermediate, I call it expert. So we got a pro, expert, and sportsman.
Yeah.
And then we got our rookie or junior rookie, and we got our 52 plus class. That's a big seller out here. A lot of old guys are, hopping on the board with that one. That's cool. So, but what we did add is we added the 40 plus invite class and the expert invite class.
Okay.
And pretty much all that's doing is costing us more money. That's all it's pretty much doing, because that's an extra trophy and extra something else. But the way I see it is just like the pro classes, it was almost dominated by the same guys: Mayfield, Tessman, Cavallari,
Right.
the full, pretty much every race. So if you go down the list, it's pretty much the same with expert and sportsman and so on and so on.
Uh-huh.
So with the 40 plus class, you have Saxton, myself, Rhonda, Justin, some fast 40 plus guys that are always on the podium, no change,
Right. Mm-hmm.
So what we did was, let's put those guys in their own class and let them battle it out. And we got all of the rest of the 40 plus guys that have signed up. Now they got a chance to podium when they almost never would when Saxton and these other fast guys are in the class,
Yeah.
It was pretty much giving them a chance to do their thing. And then the same thing with the intermediate class. We have a hand-picked or expert. We have a hand-picked of expert fast drivers that they will be in their own their own main. Okay. And that's the invite. And then pretty much all the other experts out of that class get a chance to battle it out. So something different, I like to, kind of give everyone a fair chance to doing the thing. So that's my way of doing it. So should be fun though. Should be good.
Cool. Okay. I know this is a big topic, man. A lot of people trying to see how come this person be in this class, this person be in that class, and why this person in okay, so what you got anything set up for situations with sandbagging and stuff like that? You got anything set up for that?
Well, in the West Coast, we pretty much know who's fast, who's not fast, and what class they do. They belong in. The sportsman class is a little bit harder because a lot of new people coming up and so on and so on. But pretty much our Daniel Adams and Jimmy Babcock, they're going to be our announcers.
Okay.
They'll pretty much distinguish if a driver's in, like, say a sportsman driver just put in a time with the top 5 intermediate drivers, expert drivers, he's obviously getting bumped up, and it's in our rules and our bylaws. So pretty much if your times are just consistent with the upper level of racing, you're pretty much going to get bumped up to that class.
Okay.
So it's pretty simple, because sometimes you got a sportsman guy that's 2 laps ahead of someone. I don't care if they've only been racing for 5 minutes. They don't belong there. They need to be up. Same like the rookie class as well. If a rookie is going around the track flawless and putting in sportsman times, you're not a rookie. A rookie is someone that's beginning and it's learning, and you know what I mean? It's having trouble keeping the track, So we're going to distinguish that from there and go from there. So, and I want to say the majority of people are like, I hate it when that topic gets brought up on Facebook or whatever
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's why I wanted to just get it out now. So when people, when people come to the race, they'll know kind of what they expect. And then, you you already have, spoken on it, so it won't be no surprise. And so, it just be out there. Everybody know, what it is and how they, go to it and line and sign up accordingly to, their right class and stuff like that, but, they're always going to be the ones that try, but you got stuff in place to, like you said, to if they that fast or whatever, you'll bump them up. So
and unfortunately, there's only a few people. It's only a few people doing it. The majority of racers, they go in the right class,
Yeah.
But it's always a handful of people that are doing that, and it's we weed them out and we go on about the race. So
cool. Mm-hmm. So as far as like your E classes, what all classes you gonna have for your electric guys and stuff?
Same thing. We got sportsman truggy and open truggy, which is the only open class we have, and then of course we got E class for everything else. 40 plus, pro, sportsman, expert, and then the rookies can run an E buggy as well. So pretty much everything.
I got
We're trying to show the love for everyone, not just the Metro.
So you ever thought about adding them big dogs out there, them fifth scales or anything, or have you thought about doing just a separate fifth scale race or anything like that?
Well, because I run fifth scale and I'm deep.
I know.
I love it. It's fun, but it's a lot. It's a lot. Like people don't realize the work Brian Sullivan and Matt Olson and what these guys do. Because Matt Olson has his fit scale series, and then Brian Sullivan does the fit scale worlds, and those things aren't cheap. I'm letting you know to run those. They're not cheap. So and then they're hard to finish races. So like the Wolfpack crew, you know, the ones that they sponsor. I think Sean Kirkman, because he just won the last race. Steve Harris, Sean Kirkman, those guys. Those machines that they build, they stay running, and they're not cheap. So. But for me to personally do a series like that, I feel I'm not in the right realm to maybe if I team up with someone, maybe. But I just, like I said, those two pretty much got those. I don't know how this on the East Coast and how big fit scale is out there, but the West Coast is big. But
I
don't know.
It's kind of here. It's kind of here now. So. It'd be best, like I said. I think it's a bit more bigger on the West Coast than here.
Okay.
Just for me looking at it, I may be wrong, but like I said, here in the Southeast, you rarely, see any races specifically for them. You know what I'm saying? So, I think it's a little bit more bigger, more popular out there on the West side. So So yeah, but okay, that's what's up, bro. I know. The 10 scale game is really stepping up. Have you thought about, venturing off into giving you a little corporate series or a 10 scale series out there on that side, or what you think about that?
Not really. Like I said, there's so much out here.
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, we're very limited with tracks now, because we got Coyote Hobby still. Or we got, there's track in Bakersfield with, Jimmy Babcock has a race coming up out there.
Right.
And then we got San Diego. So we pretty much got three tracks left, I think, for 10 scale. So, and then, man. So, we got the Jimmy Babcock series for that. And then we got something new actually in HRCR, Brian Eider, they got in, God, I keep getting this mixed up, but I don't know if it's Idaho or Utah. I can't remember. But he's got a full-blown 10 scale outdoor track that they're going to do 10 scale nitro there, which I will be at, because that was one of my favorite classes. Because obviously, when I got into racing back then, we didn't have truggy. Our second class was 10 scale nitro, so it was buggy and 10 scale nitro. So, and it was a class that died out. That just, I guess, people just lost interest. But to me, it's still fun. So, I'm looking forward to that race out there. So that's going to be a fun one. So,
okay, yeah. So yeah, man. Just going from your race, man. Far as like handing out the awards and stuff like that, are you gonna do them after each race, or are you gonna do them at the end, or how you got that set up? Far as you doing the awards and stuff.
So our race is called the A Main Challenge because the goal is to make the A Main, and then at the end of the race, what we do is we got a big old container. We throw all the A Mains into it, and that's where we get the A Main raffle.
Okay.
So we throw them all in there, all the A Mains from 40 plus buggy, pro, truggy, all the A Main people that make it, that qualify for it. We throw them in the thing, and then at the end of when the last A Main is done, because that determines, like when you're in the A Main, first, second, and third determines how much money you get or what bags you get. First choice of bags, first choice of engines, et cetera, et cetera. So that's why we have to wait for the last A Main to go. So and then at the end of the race is when we do the raffle. We give out all the trophies, et cetera, et cetera. So we'll be on a good schedule this year. This year, it's going to be a little warmer, and we're not going to be running as late. So so we'll be better off this year. Like I said, everything will be ran on a whole different level for our race this year. We're excited about it. So
okay. So what's the cap going to be this year? What's the plan for the cap of the race?
So this year we don't have a cap. There's no need for it because we went from a 2-day race to a 4-day race.
Okay.
So instead of trying to squeeze in 2 qualifiers on a Saturday plus mains on Sunday, now we got Thursday of all day practice. We got an 11-hour practice day on Thursday. So that's 7 in the morning to 11 at night. And then Thursday we have 2. And then on Friday we have 2 qualifiers. Saturday we have 2, or Friday we have 2 qualifiers plus our spectator events, which is the father son race and the husband wife race.
Okay.
House
Okay.
race
So y'all have you all gonna have those specific races on specific days.
on Friday.
And okay.
And
Yeah,
then
they're gonna be
Saturday
right.
we got the 2 qualifiers plus as many low remains as we can squeeze in.
Okay.
And then Sunday, of course, we got our main events plus our huge raffle. So
Awesome. That makes sense, man. That's just gonna help you save on time, and still you can get,
mhm,
the interest that you have, and you won't be rushed to run a
exactly.
race. It'll be comfortable. Right. I
Yep.
got you. Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Yeah. So
Yeah, man. So yeah.
yeah, see,
Um,
we went from 12 on the driver's stand to 16 now.
okay.
So that's
Yeah.
huge on practice. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just that amount of people on the driver's stand. So that's huge. So
So y'all, cause y'all, I was at Thunder Alley at first doing the race. That's where you held it at in the past at Thunder
hmm
Alley, right? And
hmm
then
hmm
now you're at the dirt. So the dirt has a bigger driver stand and just
hmm
more
It was,
area out there for everybody. So
yes,
okay,
sir. Yes,
that's
sir.
what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. So okay, since you switched the race, how did the people at the alley, at Thunder Alley, take it? They understood the reason why you moved it or whatever.
Well, yeah. See, again, unfortunately, Andrew at Thunder Alley, the owner of the RC track is Andrew, but
Okay.
unfortunately, that track is at a park that's controlled by people that I don't want to say they frown on the track, but they don't work with them. You know what I mean? It's just it's out of his hands on so much stuff. And so,
Right.
like I said, when they're telling him we got to be done at 9 o'clock at night, we had
Yeah.
700 racers there. That's not happening. And
Yep.
then the event was so huge, and they just complained about every little thing. And then so obviously, like I'm like, hey, we just can't. We outgrew. I mean, first we outgrew the place because of our numbers, jumped so high, and then
Right.
secondly, they just they were just complaining about the amount of people, the amount of cars, the amount of motorhomes, trailers, and then the racers were complaining a little bit because now there's so many people. They're parked way up the street and it takes them forever to get to the track, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
It was time to move. So we had a good run at Thunder Alley, loved it, but now we're at a venue that can handle an event this size. So
Okay. So
yeah.
yeah. So okay, just say I was opening the track, and
Mhm.
with what you just said, would it be really imperative for me to really let my surrounding community know like what I'm about to do, um, just so the community can also be supportive, or um, just have knowledge of really what's about to go on in the community, so they'll be more supportive and really know what to expect and how it will affect the community itself with me opening up a track, something like that. Do you think that's
Well, I hope you got money, brother. Because it's hard to, because
yeah.
let me say, like, there's a track in Vegas that's ran by Craig Moogie,
Mm-hmm.
and his track is literally right in front of some apartment complex. You know what I mean?
Right.
So for him to hold nitro races and to hold races and have the lights on and all that, and they really don't complain, that right there is doing something right.
Right. Okay.
But then I see, I don't want to say stuff I don't know. I don't know how the park in his city, I don't know how they work together with him on that.
Right.
This is why
Mm-hmm.
I've been told, like, there's funding at parks for people to do this kind of stuff.
Right.
But there's also things that you can't make money on and do other things at that facility if it's on a park property.
I
So
got you.
that's why I've chosen never to have our facility on a park,
Mm-hmm.
because you need to make money in other aspects. So it just wasn't feasible for us. So, but
Yeah.
if you can get some land, and or the city's willing to let put some pipe down and do your thing there without a charge, and you know what I mean, and the city knows about it, your people's, the people
Yeah.
understand what you're going to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. Most of the time, your city people have no idea what an RC car is, let alone a racetrack for an RC car.
Yeah. See, my
So
question really was more about just letting the people around the track really know, so they won't complain if you want to
see.
run nitro, if you want to, do a fifth scale out there, whatever. So they at least know, and then they will also bring them out to really see and draw. It may draw them in too, to you know what I'm saying, to really know, to see what's really going on and something that they may want to be involved in. If you're doing a track, or if you're gonna put a track in a certain place, or if you got a race like yours coming up, maybe making, put some flyers out and just let the community know what's about to go down and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's again, it's all about location. Because if you're like fit skills, those things are loud, man. Those things are loud. And so, can you imagine 8:00 at night? And I don't care if the people they give you the A-OK, 8:00 at night, and you got 5 fit skills on the track at one time. Man, the fire department would be down there so quick, or the police department. You know what I mean? with the city's blessing or not, that so
it's tough. Yeah,
it's tough, man. So that's why, like I said, the dirt. It's at a race facility to where they race dirt bikes. There's an 8 scale full size car track right behind our RC track now. You know what I mean? So that place is made to have loud racing, loud things. So
I got you. Okay.
Again, another reason why I've just chosen not to go at a park and try to open up something, because I don't want city or other people telling me I can't have a race. So on and so on. So it's tough. It's tough. So
yeah. Okay then, bro. Yeah, man. I don't think else I really want to really go over, man, is just like I said, with just let's go back to your fuel and stuff like that. Is anything you changed as far as the fuel or the oil content? Is anything you re-advised or revised since you started the brand and you started the new fuel, since you got into the fuel game? Is anything now, since you've been in it a while, is anything now you have, okay, maybe I need to tweak this or tweak that with the fuel or whatever?
I did a little bit with the on-road fuel. I mean, on-road is such a smaller industry compared to off-road. But for on-road, the fuel is so much more important than it is in off-road. So I did some tweaks with our on-road fuel for sure. Once I got a lot more feedback from different racers and everything. Yeah. So we did a little bit of tweaking with our 16 and 25%. But as far as the 30%, man, it's been on the money from day one. And that's my opinion, because I still got guys that have started running it from day one, like Steve Best, Tyler Brown. These guys have ran it from day one and still don't have an issue or, with running it. And then guys that have switched over, they're like, yeah, there's no issue, and it's the same brand I've done. So I did come out with a Reds blend because at one point in time in California, I had guys complaining, they were running Reds engines and in my fuel, and they just felt it was the fuel, that it wasn't performing right. And in reality, it wasn't. But I listen. Like when people have an issue, I'll listen. I'll go to the drawing board and see what's up. And I did come up with a Reds blend. But then when I went to the South, I was racing out in Georgia. I was racing a couple of things, and I saw the Reds blend. It didn't change much because of the humidity out there. So in the West Coast, in California areas, it's dry. I mean, dry. And the Reds engines needed a change. And out here, the Reds blend does do wonders out here. So, yeah. But pretty much fuel thing is still going. My only issue is we've been lack of, it's something I never thought we'd ever have an issue with, but man, the amount of people, that are wanting the fuel, it's been an awesome thing. And now it's just a matter of keeping up. So, we'll go from there. So hopefully 2024 will be a much better year for us. So we'll see.
So like I said, going into 2024, bro, is anything, what's on your wish list? What would you think you really want to do to better the brand, better the fuel, or either putting it in a specific situation where you get a little bit more notoriety for it, or what situation you want to grow in as far as TNR? What would you like to add to the brand, or what would you like to go, for us the future with TNR?
Well, unfortunately, I got stopped with because I have marine fuel and aerial fuel that I haven't released yet. So I'm hoping this year will be the year I finally get to release it, because I personally test everything. So my flying skills, my pops and I used to fly, and he stopped flying a while ago. So my flying skills haven't been the greatest, so, but I do my own tests to really know when people say, hey, this is a problem, blah, blah, blah. I could be like, hey, I really ran this for this amount of time. And I felt it's okay. So my goal is to really get my marine fuel and my aerial fuel out going in 2024. That's a really big goal for us. And then as far as the racing field with racers, I've learned that, and I've said this a million times, man, VP fuel, the JTP fuel, Flashpoint, I'm naming all these fuels. When it comes to the 30% racers, their opinions are based on their friends. They're not based on actual, what am I trying to say? It's not based on the performance of the fuel. Yeah. So I learned not to take it personally, because when I developed my fuel, it took me a year and a half to literally run all these fuels, test all the oils, all the different viscosities of oils, different synthetics, different casters. I don't think too many racers have done that, So to get the knowledge I have and to see how fuel burns and what they do, man, we're pretty much all in almost the same, and it literally comes down to preference. I hate to say it like that, so and some fuels have different oil packages to where, they suit professional racers more than the average Joe racer. And I totally get that. And there's a reason to run that type of fuel for that. But the majority of us racers will race, and then our engines will sit for a long time, Like I haven't ran in a while. So get rid of my battery's going. So anyway, and then you got the racers like the pro guys that run every single weekend, every weekend. There's no need for them to have a certain oil mixture, So there's a need for them to run those type of, that type of fuel, et cetera, et cetera. But for us, I've learned now that it's preference on what their friends are doing and what's popular right now or in that city, So I don't take it to heart anymore. My ready to run fuel is what keeps our business going. So I'm thankful for that. So that's a big plus for me. So happy with that.
Hey, yeah. If y'all want to ask some questions, man, like I said, my boy Chemo, he chimed in and just said he was just wondering what was the difference between the Reds blend and your regular fuel blend.
Okay, so yeah, like I said, it was more of a West Coast thing, as in our humidity out here. It changes the running on, because we, like at the West Coast, we had our and this is with the different, the older versions. I can't remember what version it was with the Reds engines we were doing that with, but they had an issue with them running on, and with the engine, it would ping, and then they would get on the track, it would be rich, and it was different. It was a different tuning window that they had. So my chemist, he's a real known chemist with the NHRA. I sat down with him and I actually was like, hey, this is what's going on. How do we fix this? How can we do this? And then we came together with some mixing, and man, nipped it right in the bud. I mean, literally, we went from, again, it was tuning as well. Because in a long story short, to be honest, you had a lot of guys that were trying to get maximum performance out of an engine that wasn't ready for maximum performance. So, and then they were blaming the engine, they were blaming the fuel. When in reality, they were either trying to get maximum performance that wasn't ready for it, or the engine didn't have that kind of max performance. Because I am not going to lie, an OS engine and a Reds engine are two totally different engines. Mm-hmm. And when you're coming from one to the other, you're expecting one to be a certain way, and it's not, So then when it's not performing to your level, now it's the fuel, now it's the engine, now it's this, now it's that, So so anyway, so back to the fuel. So I did the Reds blend, and for me out here, it did some wonders. It was really good. But then I started going back to the regular blend out here, and then I learned about, again, the tuning, and saw that, okay, the regular blend does work fine out here. My Reds blend in the West Coast does give it a little bit more pop, and it helps that idle, but you can still run the regular blend. But in the East Coast, your guys' humidity. Oh Lord, have mercy. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you. You know,
that's how we do it down south. Hey,
man,
southeast. Hey, that humidity. Yeah.
But it runs fine out there. Our regular blend runs absolutely fine out there. So
okay, he was saying Kimo also asked was it any difference between the oil blends and the difference between the two?
I completely changed the oil blend and took out an additive out of the reds blend, and it changed it completely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, and my boy Devin said he said what AKU runs. Oh, okay. He was talking about you running Sundances. Oh, he was asking me what I'm going down to Roger 111 race down in Fort St. Lucie, Florida. Port St. Lucie, Florida. It's this I think it's at the end of this month, right after Christmas, that Roger 111, another YouTube subscriber, he has a race he puts on. And
okay.
Yeah, and it's down in Fort St. Lucie, Florida. So
I can't wait to get out there.
Okay.
That's definitely a goal, man. Get out to Florida, and get out to the South, and get a little bit more racing in again.
Okay, this Steve right here. Steve Harris checking in. What up, Steve?
Steve Harris, what's happening? See, he was another guy that ran reds, and just man, he was one of the few. Him, Jermaine Robinson at the time, they ran reds with our fuel, with the regular fuel, and it just ran absolutely fine. You know, they understood the tuning. You know, so
right. But yeah, Steve was asking, is there's going to be a manufacturer at your TNR race with the fuel and stuff? Whatever he's saying.
A manufacturer
at the A-main race, yeah. So
we are the man.
Yeah, we got y'all are, Steve.
Yeah,
yeah, you gonna have his own fuel with us.
Yeah, he was a team driver.
But yeah, okay, Dodger boy, he's from the West Coast over there too. Chris, he was saying, does the Basher have the TNR have a Basher blend?
Yeah, our 20%. That's our 20%, our best fuel, our number one selling fuel.
20%. Okay, the Basher blend is a 20% blend.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Dodger boy, yeah, he has a Basher blend as well. So yeah.
See, I came from the bashing era. That was my. I still got my T-Maxes and my Savage. That's fun right there. So, yes, sir.
Steve was saying, are you going to have a specific area for the manufacturers at the
manufacturers, bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, of course.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. That was his meaning. Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Like I said, the facility is huge, so we'll have a vendor row, and then we'll have space for everybody else to do their thing. So,
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But yeah, bro. But yeah, man. Like I say, man, I just want you to come on, man, and just let everybody know, about your race coming up, and also again, just talk about your future plans with TNR, and also,
we got one thing I wanted to say. We got this year we're doing 2 races. So in the South, you guys are used to having arena races because of the weather, and it makes sense, et cetera. But a lot of West Coast guys either can't afford it or just can't do the traveling to get out and do a SICK or a Psycho-Nitro Blast. You know what I mean? So 2024 TNR Fields will be the first to do an arena race in California. So that's going to be super cool. So we got approved by the city. We got approved for the location. So in June of 2024, we'll be having another TNR race in California.
Okay, cool.
That's gonna be hella cool. Yeah, that's gonna be fun,
man. So y'all gonna have 2 races. Okay.
Yeah, so we got January and June. So excited for
June. Okay, you gonna do both for them there at the dirt?
No. The dirt is in Paris, California, which is the dirt facility. The June race is a full blown facility like what you guys race in, like arena,
Okay,
like
an arena. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
you got the location for that? Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be in Norco, California.
Okay.
So a lot of people don't. It's a small little city, but it's got a huge facility for us. So we're excited about it. Like I didn't want to really dig on that until after our race, but yeah, we got that second venue coming up, the second race, and it's going to be fun. So I'm excited about that one as well. So that's going to be a good one. So
okay, Devin was saying he's got like one more gallon of the Bones Brew that he's running the 38%, and he said TNR offers, and do y'all he said what all the TNR offer, and does they ship to the East Coast?
Oh, all day. We ship everywhere. Yeah.
Right.
We ship to these towns that I've never heard of in my life, but they're out there. So yeah, man. That's for sure.
Okay, then. Yeah, bro. But yeah, I see any tips, man, would you give to, the just from the sportsman driver or maybe up to the pro or whatever, any tips that you discovered over the last year from running, from I know when you first came out, you really did a tour.
That was
any
fun.
tips? Yeah. Any tips to just far as car wise or just go car wise? Any tips you really that found really helpful that you can pass on to the newer guys and maybe some of the older guys?
So one of the hugest things that I learned last year, which I didn't get to run a lot, but what I started doing was I don't do a change. I don't do a major change before a major race.
Okay.
Engine, chassis, anything at all. I don't do a change like that. You're going to spend too much money at that race to do an experiment or test something that you haven't done yet. It will ruin your weekend. It will ruin your weekend. You're better off going in with the same thing that you've done before. I mean, unless it's a significant change to where it's not going to do nothing but improve your situation, But the majority of it, man, if you're going to do a change, go practice that change first, then take it to a big race. Okay. You do not want to spend that kind of money to travel and do a change and it flops your whole race, Yeah. So try to stick to what be going into a big race and be satisfied with that. And then after that, learn, test whatever you wanted to do at a track, because it might not work out for you. It might be a horrible decision. Don't do it. Pros are doing it. You know what I mean? Stick to your program and go into a big race with what you know.
Awesome. Yeah, awesome. Yeah. Matt Sistrunk said, "What's up, bro?" And he said, Matt, go to EKJ 24,000 and subscribe, please, on YouTube. Go to EKJ 24,000 and subscribe. Like I said, I'm only like 6 away from hitting 1,000 subs. So yeah, y'all go help a brother out, man. You know what I'm saying? Only 6 away. Yeah.
Matt, this guy's got so many subscribers. See, he doesn't race at the pro level, but he's got like thousands of followers, and amazing. I own a damn company and I got hundreds. He's got thousands. Boy, man, that's cool.
But yeah, Matt agreed with you. Matt said, "Don't change nothing, man. Go if you got something that's working and you comfortable with it, stick to it. Stick with it." And definitely. And like I said, Dodger Boy wanted to know any tips for someone that's starting to race. What would you tell somebody that's getting it, just really starting?
We didn't have YouTube, but a lot of YouTube. That's what I can say. And try to get with somebody that has raced before, because and do a lot of before you hit a big race, which it is fun. And if you got the money to blow, then have your thing. But try to stick to a local, club race. Try to do as much practice and club racing as you can before you hit the big scene, because it's an eye opener. You know what I mean? So like I said, I didn't do much club racing, and then I found out this guy named Joey and the Dirt. He had something called the Saturday Series, and that was back then. And that was I did some club racing on a little track that was, I don't know, 50 feet by whatever, and then I went to the Pro Line manufacturer track, and I did my first Saturday series, and I sucked so bad. I was in the G main at a a regional race, I guess you want to call it, and I didn't even. That's how and I had never seen a track that the depth was so far out. I had never done that before, so try to do some club racing and get your feet wet first before you step up and go to a huge race. I mean, don't get me wrong. The experience of going to a big race is nothing like it, and you will enjoy it, so, but, try to do some club racing before you do that. Cause I had a guy go to my race last year and he was like, man, this is my first big race. Actually, it was his first race at all that he did that wasn't practice. And I was like, whoa, okay. He goes, it was hard. Because the lack of practice, the lack of track time, and he was lost, so it's tough, man. So, but you'll be there.
Yeah, you get there, bro. And like I said, like Chris was saying, man, and also when if you at the track, if you at a big race or at your local track, man, don't feel ashamed. Ask questions.
Yes.
Continue to ask questions, even if you feel like you get on a person's nerves. Still ask questions, and ask people to help you out. Cause like I said, that way you'll really get it. You know what I'm saying? You may need to adjust this or not adjust this. You may need to run this type of tire or not run that type of tire. So ask all the questions you can. Don't feel like you get on by the nerves, and bro, just go from there.
The dumbest question could be a lifesaver change on your car. You think the dumbest question, and it could be life changing. I still ask questions all the time, man. I'm still learning all the time. So, yeah.
yeah. But yeah, Chris. Far as us racers, and far as especially nitro, man, what's the best way that you found how to keep our chrome pipes looking chrome? You know how they get all.
I'm glad you said that. All right, I'm so glad you said that. Okay, so unfortunately, you guys in the South, you're not going to, I mean, the ones that aren't going to make our race, we actually are going to have a pot set up to clean people's pipes at our race.
Okay.
Something that's never been done. And it's going to be the coolest thing. So I think it's going to be $5 a pipe, and you just drop it off and it'll be done.
Okay.
So, and now.
So for them that don't know about the pipe, how the pot to clean your pipes in.
Okay.
Explain to them what the pot is used for to clean your pipes. Break it down for them.
Okay. So I learned this from the on-road guys. So my buddy Brian Thompson was like, Chris, this is how you do it, but don't do it in your house because your house will probably catch on fire. I'm like, man, whatever. Yeah, we had a little fire.
You did it away. Okay.
First thing I did, I said, never again inside the house. So what you do though is it's really easy. You get a pot, try to get a crock pot if you can, and you want to use half and half antifreeze. I don't recommend you doing this in your house at all because A, it smells, and B, you have to watch it 24/7. If you walk away from it, you're probably going to catch it on fire. You know what I mean? So, so like I said, you use a crock pot, you fill it up with half and half, half antifreeze, half water. You put your pipes in there, and the stuff literally falls right off. So in off-road, our pipes stay clean, believe it or not. In on-road, that foam sticks to your pipe. If you don't use the gel on your pipe, it will stick to your pipe, and your pipe will look like it came black. That's how black it gets on one or two runs, So this is something big in on-road. So, but again, a crock pot, antifreeze half and half, let it boil. Don't have it on high. You have to have it on low. And then, because if you have it on high, it's going to bubble and it's going to get out of control, and antifreeze will light that thing on fire. So you got to be careful. So I don't recommend it in the house. Please do it outside. So, but at our race, we will have a station set up to where we'll have a guy boiling pipes. So that's what he said.
Okay. If you do it at home, what temperature you should have your crock pot set to? High, low, or what?
Okay, so you're gonna think this is funny, but I actually did it on a barbecuer that I didn't use anymore. I was like, let me experiment and do this, So I literally had it. I didn't temperature when I have a temp gun. I could have, but I kept the fire on low because I just didn't want to take a chance on anything happening or, and then it wasn't boiling, but it was hot. And what do you know? The pipe stuff was it just came out crisp and clean. Yeah. Amazing.
Okay.
Just be careful,
man. Be careful. That's number one too. Yeah. But yeah. Any more questions? RC family, any more questions y'all have? Go ahead on, put them up right quick. Buggy Brent, what's going on? Okay, Buggy Brent says, does the oil and the fuel separate and settle to the bottom of the fuel container? Do you shake your fuel container before you mix the oil in the fuel?
Yes. So when it's SoCal people, it's always hot out here. We don't get the cold weather that the East Coast does. So it's hot. A lot of that oil drops to the bottom. And yes, it's just like anything else, like I don't know, I'm gonna say soda, but your contents that are in that fuel drop to the bottom. So yes, it's important to shake it up. I mean, before you use it, before you squeeze it to get your fuel out, definitely do that. Okay. Now for the people that on the cold weather, the oil content doesn't drop. It'll break. You'll see the oil break on top of your fuel, and you'll see chunks of it from it being in that cold weather. And I've had guys give the most inconsistent runs in the world because they didn't shake their fuel up. They stuck their fuel bottle in there. They sucked fuel from the bottom when there was no oil because it wasn't shook up, etc. So you guys got to be careful with that. So definitely, no matter what temperature it is, no matter where you're at, always shake your fuel bottle before you throw your fuel out there. So
okay, Matthew said, he's saying what was the best way to store your fuel?
Well, obviously, in your house is the best. So, yeah, I mean, there's not too many guys that their wives or girlfriends are going to let them store their fuel in the house. So, next best bet obviously is your garage. My battery is really running low.
Okay, well, we about to wrap it on up. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then obviously, if you're going to store it in your garage, which most guys do, just don't store it on the concrete floor. Even like our jugs or plastic jugs, VP uses metal cans. Obviously, plastic does create condensation. So you could, that concrete can create condensation. So it's not wise to have it sitting for a long time. So if you do have to sit on the floor, just throw a piece of wood down there, and then you can put your fuel on the floor then, But most likely, if you could do it in a shelf, that'd be the best. And then if you're going to store it outside, I just don't recommend that at all. I just don't. Even metal cans, fluids out there, you'd be surprised what oil content does in that can if it's stored outside for a year or whatever. So just be mindful of it. Definitely.
Okay. We got one more by Matt. He was saying, when you are tuning, what's the most important needle to pay attention to when trying to tune your engine?
Most likely the bottom, your bottom end, because it does multiple things. Because it's your bottom end is going to do your your idle, and it's going to do your low end for your fuel. Yeah. So that's more of an important needle to make sure it's on the money, kind of. And then your top end needle is the easiest because you want more speed. You're going to go ahead and lean that sucker out, or you got too much, or it's just pinging too high up. Then you just richen that, richen up a little bit. But your bottom, to me, that I've learned is, especially running reds, is one of your more important needles. Definitely, most definitely.
Cool. Hey, Chris. Appreciate you, man. Hey, awesome job, man. Awesome job. Awesome. Hey, man. Hey, just tell everybody again the date of your race, time and place and everything. Let them know again before we get on up off here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Go ahead.
There we go. January 26th to the 28th, Lake Paris Fairgrounds, baby. The Dirt. TNR Fields A main challenge, baby. It's going to be big. It's going to be bad. It's going to be better than we've ever had before. So all you guys that pre-reg, awesome. Thank you much. And if you have pre-reg, please leave your transponder number so we can mail you out your pit pass and your raffle tickets and everything else that comes with it. All right. So definitely get on there and pre-reg.
Okay. Tell them one more time and place and everything. One more time.
So that's going to be Thursday, January 26th through Sunday, January 28th. I think that's right. Yep. And it's at Lake Paris Fairgrounds at the dirt racing track. TNR Fields, baby. January. It's going to be on and cracking. Let's go.
Okay. Hey, Chris, appreciate you, bro. As always. Hey, I'm gonna keep in touch like I always do. Ain't nothing gonna change. And like I say, hey, y'all go out and support Chris, man. You know he a hardworking man. He trying to keep us racing every way he can. And also, I appreciate you, RC family. And y'all stay tuned in. Like I say, I'm about to hit this 1,000 mark, and I always try to do a good giveaway. You know, something that everybody would need and want and worth giving away. So y'all stay tuned for that. Hey man, we appreciate you, Chris. Always
appreciate you guys.
EKJ 24,000, the RC Lounge podcast, and we out, man. Appreciate all of y'all.
Yep.